And in having a conversation with my mom, she was sharing with me how she got the first COVID, the vaccine, the first shot. And then she's going to get the second shot in about a week or so. Um, so then I said, well, why are the shots like broken up like that? Because I haven't had the vaccine. And at this moment in time, I don't see myself getting it, but I understand, right? So my mom's getting it. My uncle and aunt, they're all getting it, which, I think that's great. But I asked my mom, I said, so mom, why is it that it's broken up? Do you know? And in her words, she said, well, son, the first shot, they say that you're like 50% likely to not get COVID with one shot. But if you get both shots, you're 95% likely to not get a shot. Now, you guys can let me know in the comments and educate me if I'm totally missing it. And I said, okay, so you want to maximize the likelihood of you not getting COVID, because my mom had COVID once. And she said, yes, I want to maximize. And then I started thinking about when I would work with professional boxers. And there's one I was working with named Fernando Vargas. And Fernando was great. He had a strong work ethic, great guy, 2-time world champion, should have been 3-time when we had a fight in Chicago. I'll never forget. We won, but Don King, something happened. We didn't get the belt, which means I didn't get another championship ring. But anyway, why I'm bringing up Fernando is that one day I was talking to him about nutrition. And he said, hey, can I eat this or eat that? Or can we? I said, yeah. I said, but if you want to maximize, then eat what I put in front of you. And he said, of course I want to maximize. Now, a world champion gets that. People who have taken things to the highest level get that. I was watching a presentation yesterday. Michael E. Parker was doing on the Lean program. He's going to be on our podcast show. And he was explaining Lean. And to me, the Lean program 100% spoke to the reality that a company, a business, an entrepreneur, an individual, because this works for everything. You can maximize the potential of your business with the Lean program. If you're not looking to maximize, then then you can take different routes. You with me? So the reason why I'm bringing up maximize is because I'm all about maximizing the opportunity. And maximize to me, and it paraphrases the definition, maximize to me is when you go above and beyond, something we talked about in the U.S. Marine Corps. And it doesn't mean you got to be a Marine, doesn't mean you got to be tough and all that. You don't have to be a boxer, but we can all maximize. And if you can get your mind wrapped around that, then everything that you do, you will do it with the intent to maximize. And when you maximize, you don't minimize. You don't take shortcuts because you're maximizing. You're maximizing your time. So when I have people fly in to Diet Free Life and we spend time together, we look at our schedule and we figure out how can we maximize our time. Stay with me now. Now, when it comes to weight loss, most people don't maximize. They minimize. And when it comes to losing weight, shortcuts don't work. Yo-yo dieting doesn't work. And you already know that. So how can you utilize what I'm sharing right now to lift and fuel your motivation so you can maximize the experience? Well, if you're working with me or any of our Diet Free Life coaches, when you're going through this methodology, one, I hope that you realize as you're working with us, that you're working with us because you want to maximize, not minimize, right? Because there's shortcuts, there's diets, there's a whole bunch of shortcuts out there. We call them fads, and fads are trending all the time. And some fads are here and then they disappear. Then they come back, they disappear. And when you look at people in the world of weight loss, and watch this example. Let's say they wrote a book 20 years ago and they promoted eating a lot of fiber. 5-10 years goes by, and now they're promoting intermittent fasting. Then the next thing that comes around, the same person, the same celebrity person who has all these followers, they shift and move, and they do that so they can maximize, not you, but maximize their profits, maximize the opportunity in front of them. They're not thinking about you necessarily. They're thinking about maximizing how much money they can make while this fad is trending. Well, I am all about maximizing you, getting you to maximize. Because 20 years ago, the same thing I was talking about then, I'm talking about now. I believed in it then. I believe in it now. There's no need for me to jump on the bandwagon and come up with some gimmick just to make money, to maximize money. So I'm past that. I would rather be true and real, transparent, and put you in a position where you can maximize why we came in contact together. So if you want to maximize weight loss and improve overall health, you don't fight the reality that keeping your body hydrated is how you maximize weight loss and overall health. You do it because you choose to maximize. Can I get an amen? Talk to me. Okay. Because that's the reality, you guys. Maximize, soak up the knowledge, be present, keep present, and go the distance. This is not like, for a second and then you stop. You want to maximize, right? So in our program right now for women over the age of 40, right? As I'm working with these ladies, I know they want to maximize because they know the struggle. And that's why it's for people over the age of 40 who know the struggle. And not everyone over 40 or in their 50s or 60s or 70s are having that struggle, but a lot are. Way more are than not. And so this is for the long haul, to maximize. So my point here is not to sell a program. My point is I wanted to share with you the importance of maximizing. I'll give you another analogy. And I was sharing this with one of our new clients who's doing very, very well. So I'm going to say, Wendy, boom, keep doing what you're doing. You're great to work with. You're an inspiration. And I appreciate you help getting the word out and letting other people know about how you're benefiting from this. And I know you're sharing it so that they can also benefit. But I was sharing with, this client and actually another client, Amy. And I said, okay, if I'm working with a professional athlete and our goal is to lose weight, right? So when you're working with boxers, MMA, like Ultimate Fighters, those types of people, wrestlers, people that they can't make the money if they don't make the weight. That means they got to get the weight down. And you have a timeline, right? You have a date. So you do everything you can to maximize. And so the question was, if I was in a situation where I am responsible for helping someone get the weight off, and I can only perform one more workout, and there's two types of workouts, right? So there's, just so you know, and I'm going to perform a type of workout with this person whose goal is to lose weight. So of course, if we only got one last chance to exercise, I want to maximize that one last chance. Stay with me. Now, the lesson to be learned is that there's two types of exercises, basically. You have the category of weight-bearing activity, and then you have non-weight-bearing activity. Non-weight-bearing activity is when you're not holding your own muscular skeletal system up. So I'm sitting in a chair right now, which means this is non-weight-bearing. If I stood up, that would be weight-bearing. But because I'm sitting down, the chair is holding me up for the most part. If I'm on a rower machine, the rower, I'm sitting down, is holding me up. If I'm on my Peloton bike or I'm spinning, the bike is holding me up. That's non-weight bearing. If I'm in the pool, that's non-weight bearing because the water, and the more fat I have, the easier it is for the water to hold me up. It's holding me up. So that's one side of the fence when it comes to the type of exercise. Then you have weight bearing type activity. If I'm doing cardio kickboxing and I'm standing up and I'm holding myself up, that's weight bearing. Even if I'm on an elliptical, the elliptical is holding me, but I'm standing up on it, that's weight bearing. If I go for a walk or go for a jog or do a group fitness class and I'm holding myself up, that's weight bearing. Now, weight bearing and non-weight bearing activities burn calories totally different. One's more effective at burning calories and contributing back to keeping that lean muscle tissue and bone strength. And if I have one chance, one last time to exercise, which one am I going to do? Non-weight bearing or weight bearing? If I want to maximize, what do you think the answer is? Non-weight bearing or weight bearing? What's the answer? I mean, let me know. I would love to hear what your thoughts are before I share the answer. There's weight bearing and there's non-weight bearing. Well, the answer is I am going to choose weight bearing because I want to maximize that one last opportunity. Now, if you didn't have that knowledge, you couldn't maximize because you're going to do what you're the most comfortable with. You're going to do the thing that is easier for you to do because you have a relationship with it already. But if you knew what I knew as far as the difference between non-weight bearing and weight bearing, and you're in charge of what that person is going to do, you want them to maximize that opportunity. So look for ways to maximize. If I go to bed early because I know if I stay up another hour, I'm going to get hungry, go to bed early. I want to maximize. Plus, I want that sleep. I'm going to drink the water because I want to maximize. I'm going to figure out a way to get into exercise. I'm going to maximize. I'm going to make sure every meal that I make falls within the guidelines of the Diet for Your Life methodology. Why? Because I want to maximize my time. I want to maximize my energy. I want to maximize the opportunity that is in front of me. Maximize. One of the best ways to maximize is to be in the know. And if you're not in the know, you better ask somebody. If you know what I'm saying. So anyway, if you want to learn more about me, contact me, learn more about the programs, get with a coach, become a coach, go to dietforyourlife.com. You can contact us there, and then we'll get you all the information that you would like. So thank you for giving me an opportunity to share this with you. I do want you to maximize because you deserve it.